Yo, what is up, guys? We are here now with a NFL offense tier ranking. We're gonna do defense probably either later tonight or tomorrow, maybe. You will be getting a Week 6 recap tomorrow with some of the best plays from this week from every game, and then a play of the week. I'm not gonna say what it is, but unless something crazy happens in the
Tonight?
Bills and Titans game, I think we have a clear winner. If you guys can guess it, let me know down below. But you probably should know if you watched a majority of the games. Anyway, let's get
If you
into
find
it.
this video quick enough, comment your score predictions on Bills Titans tonight at
I
8:20 p.m. Eastern time.
I got 31 to 24 Bills tonight.
I think it's going to be a blowout. 14-35. Big prediction. Bills defense comes out huge tonight.
I mean, we'll find out tonight.
Josh Allen has a monstrous game.
Anyway,
I hope I have him on my fantasy team.
Let's get into
All right,
the
let's get into
rankings. Titans A. I'm not going to
Titans A. Offense, Derrick Henry. Quarterback, solid. Receiving targets, Julio Jones and A.J. Brown. Doesn't get much better than that.
Their
Solid
tight end and
A tier.
O-line is a little weak, but other than that,
It just depends. Can they score on an elite defense? And I think we'll see that tonight.
I got Miami in D. Tua hasn't proved himself yet. Listen.
Definitely hasn't proved himself.
Yeah, Tua has not proved himself yet. The receiving core is weak. Waddle looks incredible. He's going to be the franchise receiver. I just think he is the perfect receiver to kind of start the rebuild. Got Devontae Parker, who's aging. They can maybe trade him away for something in return. They got Myles Gaskin, who's very inconsistent. Their team is just, there's a lot of things they got to work on. Gesicki's a great young tight end that I think has a promising future. But now on to the New York Jets. D. Zach Wilson, he looks solid. He hasn't proven himself yet.
Yeah.
They don't have much of an line between Elijah Vera Tucker and Mekhi Becton. But the receiving core is weak besides Corey Davis, who looked honestly very good on the Jets. And this team, it's just not very good. Their defense is awful. They're just not a good team.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it. The good thing for Jets fans is I don't think
y'all are always gonna get good draft picks. Y'all are always
beyond this point. It's not, but the good thing for Jets fans, it's not gonna be this bad beyond this point. You guys are gonna get good young players, and in a couple years, I mean, you could be playoff contenders.
Honestly,
Bengals, I go A. I wouldn't go quite S tier, but I'd go.
I mean, here's the thing. Jamar Chase is a rookie. He's arguably the best rookie offensive player this year. I know you have Najee Harris, but Chase has been playing above Diggs and Hill all year. He's been making electric plays. He's been getting 50-yard touchdowns. You have Joe Burrow, who's coming off a bad leg injury, and he's playing very good. Got T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon, who's electric. You got Chris Evans.
O-line. O-line's not looking too terrible.
They do need to work on it, but they do have a solid tight end who came off a very good game. Now on to Cleveland. I'm going to go
B. Deadly rushing game, but the receiving game is not it. And personally,
here's the issue. Kareem Hunt is out for 3 to 5 weeks, and I think that's going to have a big toll on their offense, especially because Chubb gets about 20 carries a game, Hunt gets about 10 to 15. They run the ball
plus 3 to 4 receptions a game.
Yeah, they run the ball more than 50% of the time, and you have Baker Mayfield, who's great. Well, I wouldn't say he's one of the best QBs in the league, but he can definitely get the job done. The receiving core isn't very good. Odell isn't what he used to be. I just don't think Cleveland offense was what it was a year ago.
It's not very dominant. Once the receiving core, if they don't draft a wide receiver in the first round, then, well, I don't know how they're gonna take the team forward. Running game, astonishing. Passing game, extremely mediocre, and that won't take them to a Lombardi.
Hot take, I got Jacksonville and beat. Before you say no, they got DJ Chark, who's injured. Jamal Agnew, monster on the special teams. He was getting a few receptions, getting big chunks of yards. Got James Robinson, Travis Etienne coming back next season. They are going to be an elite duo, comparable to Chubb and Hunt. They're not going to be at that level. They got Trevor Lawrence, the rookie, who looks very good. I think he's going to be their franchise
Does he look
quarterback.
good, though? Does he?
Yes, he does. I mean, he played.
Is he the best quarterback in his class so far, though?
Yeah, no, he's not. I think Trey Lance.
I think Mac Jones so far has proved the most.
Trey Lance also looks very good, though. But keep in mind, they got Andrew Norwell. I think they still have him. They just got Dan Arnold. He's a solid tight end. I don't know why they traded C.J. Henderson. That was kind of a stupid move. You could put them in C. I got them.
I would go C because can they win games? Like, can that offense drive them to a winning record?
I mean,
I don't think it's proved that so far.
They put up a decent amount of points every game. It's mainly the defense is the issue. I mean, they can produce 15 to 20 a game, but the defense needs to hold the offense, which is something they can't do.
I would stick them at C tier just because I don't know if they can win games.
Detroit,
all right, Lions.
C tier.
It's C. It's C.
Here's the issue.
The running game is good.
Swift is amazing.
Goff is not that good.
Yeah, Goff is.
Yeah. Goff's not that good, but I do see some young talent.
Now, the Vikings are an interesting team. Their team on paper is very good. Could put them in S tier.
I wouldn't put him in S tier. I would put him
A tier in my opinion.
I would put him front B. I think.
Here's the thing: Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen,
and Dalvin Cook.
Exactly. They have an electric offense with Kirk.
They have the character. They just have a really
Kirk Cousins has been phenomenal this year.
So far, he's been looking pretty good. It's just can he drive the Vikings to playoffs? Maybe even a Lombardi Trophy in the next few years. Can he? I don't know.
I mean, he's 28 years old, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
28? I think he's older than that.
Well, let's find out.
Hold on. Yeah, maybe he is 28. I doubt it. When was he drafted? 2013?
He is... 33. I was way off. Anyway. Well, he is 33 years old. They're gonna need to draft a new quarterback eventually.
The character is there.
Yeah.
Can they beat... the question really is, can they beat the Packers twice a year?
We're gonna have to find out soon.
We're gonna have to find out.
Buccaneers is S tier. It's not a doubt about it. One of the best O-lines in the league.
Yeah, Leonard Fournette looks good. Brady looks pretty good for his age.
AB, you got Godwin.
AB, Godwin. Yeah, it's just you plus Gronk looking great. Can't get better than that. Yeah.
Niners B. I can't put them in A. Deebo Samuel is so good. He's amazing. He's been doing great all year. They need to get rid of Garoppolo. Lance is better. I'm going to say that out here. When Mostert gets back, I think their offense is going to be a lot better. They got Kittle, who's on IR, came off a bad injury last year. But their O-line needs some work. But other than that, they're a very solid offense, especially Ayuk. Is he out for the year? Is Ayuk out for the year?
I don't know if he's out for the year, but I definitely think he's going to miss a decent amount of weeks.
Yeah, but Niners can't put them in
Next year, they look good if they can stay healthy. But
100% agree.
that's been a challenge for the past couple years. So Atlanta, let's see, yeah.
And
In
Calvin
the
Ridley is
running games,
amazing.
yeah.
Matty Ice is solidly underrated. They don't have the best running back in Mike Davis. Cordero Patterson is
Lead receiver.
yeah. And
You know, there's
they've
it's
done worse than that.
definitely a fixer-upper.
Pitts
but
looks phenomenal. Pitts,
Yeah.
I know it was the Jets, but he put up very good numbers. Though Ridley wasn't playing, he still did good. Baltimore's S tier. We don't
like
need to
front
talk about
S.
it.
Honestly,
we
front.
don't need
Yeah.
to talk about it.
I mean,
Dallas
Dallas
is S.
S. Yeah, Dallas S. I mean,
100%.
Zeke, CD coming off a monstrous game.
Dak
Amari
Prescott,
Cooper,
great
Dak
line.
Prescott.
Dalton Schultz, underrated tight end. You got Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup coming back soon.
They're not better than Baltimore, but they're definitely one of the better offenses in the league.
Chicago, C.
Yeah,
They're
I
not
think I feel like if an improved offensive line, they're definitely B. And I mean they gotta get Nagy out of there. Nagy is ruining
holding
this
them
team.
back. He's holding Field back.
Ruining Justin Fields' career as of right now. I feel like Justin Fields is not yet a bust. I don't think he's a bust. People are calling him a bust, and I think that's very unnecessary. But going on forward, if Matt Nagy is not in the office and that O-line can hold for longer than 4 seconds, I think we're going to have a playoff.
I 100% agree with this. Now on to the Texans.
With Davis Mills, is it Davis? I think it's Davis.
Davis Mills.
Davis Mills D. With C with
Well, Watson proved he can take this team to the playoffs.
But is Watson gonna play? You know.
I know, but
as of right now, with Tyrod Taylor, they're C. Without him, they're D.
I mean, they have a solid receiving core. I mean, we got Chris Conley. I know he's not the best. He can get the job done. They got Brandon Cooks, who's moving up in my rankings in receivers. He's been playing very good these past couple weeks, but Mills can't get the job done. He's thrown more interceptions than he has touchdowns. He's about 6 in the past 2 weeks, I believe. He put up negative fantasy points 2 weeks ago. He can't get the job done.
Yeah, he can't. All right, Colts. I go A, honestly.
I wanna hear this.
Johnny T looks like, I think, a top 3 running back in the league. Jonathan Taylor, in my opinion, in the next 3 years, will be the best running back in the league. Out of question. He's a monster. That receiving core, you know, it could do a little bit of work.
Here's the thing. Wentz is holding them back. They have the best guard in the league. Pittman is amazing. He's been doing amazing. Paris Campbell has the speed. Hilton's coming back. I agree with you. Taylor is going to be a top running back. I just don't see him topping people like Chubb, McCaffrey, Henry, even Najee Harris, who's having a monstrous season.
But you can't put him at C, though.
I know. I'm just saying.
They're front B, in my opinion.
I don't think you can put them in front of the Vikings or the Browns. Maybe the Niners, but
definitely in front of the Niners.
But you can't do this.
Okay, but hot take. Taylor will be the best running back in the league.
I think he'll be up there.
He will win Offensive Player of the Year within the next 3 years. I'm calling it. Calling it. Yep.
Rams A.
A. That running game is like really inconsistent. Darrell Henderson, sometimes he has 6 points, sometimes he has freaking 30 points. So it's tough. Matty Stafford looks really good.
Cooper Kupp is looking like one of the best receivers in the NFL. He's been insanely consistent. We're not going to base this all for fantasy. He can put up good points. This is a channel that will help you with fantasy, but this offensive rank is based off of actual offenses, not fantasy. So they got a great receiving core, though. Van Jefferson, who's their wide receiver 3, I believe, heavily underrated, can get like 10
He's a big
points
deep
game.
shot. Big deep shot
Robert
in those-
Woods, you
in
got
those early drives. Yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't have. It's not a very flawed offense.
Chargers.
Chargers?
Is S.
Okay.
No doubt about it.
But I have to disagree with this statement because the Ravens completely shut them down.
Ravens defense is top tier though.
Man.
I mean,
They're back ass or front A.
I mean,
But are they on Baltimore, Dallas, and Tampa's level?
Yes, they are. I mean, think about it. They got Mike Williams, who's having a monstrous season. Underrated, gets open deep. He's a catching machine. He can moss anyone one-on-one. He's a perfect 50-50 receiver. Got Keenan Allen, who's just that short target, medium target that can get open when you need him to. Got Jared Cook, who's doing very good. You got Austin Eckler, who's one of the better running backs in the NFL. And you got Justin Herbert, who's making an MVP case. Though Lamar is coming back, I still think Herbert has a shot. But I think
Herbert definitely has a shot. The top 3 MVP runners: Herbert, Lamar, and Kyler.
No, I got Allen, Lamar, and Herbert.
Kyler's 5-0 right now, though. 6-0.
Well, if you're gonna if you're gonna go that, I'll go Lamar, Kyler.
Herbert's 4 though.
Lamar, Kyler, Allen.
Yeah.
You can't. Allen is 100% in this race. No debate.
Okay, Raiders.
Brady's even in it. Brady's in it.
All right, Raiders.
B.
Okay. I thought you were gonna put him at A for a second.
Jacobs, he's not.
Jacobs,
very good.
I don't know what's going on with him right now.
They do not get the ball to Waller enough. He is.
I just don't really think they get the ball enough. And anyway, I feel like they're not using Henry Ruggs right. You need to make him as a deep shot. You need to put him on those deep posts, and you need someone to run those quick out routes. They're not using Henry Ruggs right, and I feel like a team that would value him he could be a top.
Steelers.
Maybe it would be this Pittsburgh
We
Steelers.
need a deep shot. Hear me out. I get that we have the Deontay Johnson. He does not compare to Ruggs in the speed side, though.
Yeah, but I feel like they need to use him.
Listen. If we're throwing 50-yard bombs to Johnson, we can get like 70-yard touchdown to Ruggs.
Yeah.
All right.
But I feel like if they value Ruggs more, Ruggs and the Raiders will be top 15 in most stats.
That's fair. Washington, C.
Yeah, see,
Heineke.
I'm not a Heineke hater personally. I actually don't think he's that bad. But like, Scary Terry looks good. Gibson looks good.
He's injured. Gibson got injured.
It's just, it's a little amount of very good players.
Right.
So there's those 2 standouts. There's McLaurin and Gibson, absolute monsters on the field. But
100%.
then there's and then the rest are nobodies,
Exactly. Kansas City. Honestly,
I think front A.
Middle A. Honestly,
Are they better than you're telling me that Kansas City is a better offense than Cincinnati does?
I mean, this season,
Come on, man.
I guess, but like,
But it's the defense holding them back.
I
mean, I feel like
understand that.
once they let Mahomes, I'm telling you, Mahomes gonna heat up. I'm telling you, he's gonna heat up.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying.
I know.
Saints is B tier.
Yeah, Saints.
They lost Breeze, and they haven't been the same ever since.
Jameis.
AK-41 can't carry the team. Deontay Harris is their wide receiver 1.
Michael
MT's coming back
Thomas.
soon, but he's not back. They still have Ramczyk. They still have Teron Armstead, but I just don't think they're.
Giants.
I got it.
Whoa.
Hear me out. Hold up.
Wait, you're gonna put him at A?
Do you not agree with that?
Where is the character to put them at A?
All right.
Who's good on that team besides Saquon?
Got Daniel Jones, who's been playing amazing. He put up
But has he?
Yes! He's been putting up 400 yards a game and like 4 touchdowns. He's been playing out of his mind. You have Slayton, who's not awful. You got Sterling Shepard, who has like the best name in football, and who's just playing very good. Yeah, and Evan Engram, though he can't catch for his life, he still has hands and he can still catch some things.
Okay. But you can't put him at A tier.
Okay.
They're not.
At least B then. At least B. Their offense is not bad by any means.
Okay, I can go with that.
Philly.
Eagles.
This is tough.
Eagles, I say B. I feel
say
like they're
here. I say
yeah,
here.
they're good because they can win games. Like they can legitimately win games. Unlike the Giants and the Dolphins and the Bears, they can win games. Philly can win games, and if you can win games, you obviously are doing something on the offense. Devonta Smith looks phenomenal. Miles Sanders,
It's gonna heat up.
if used more, he's gonna heat up and he's gonna be good. One of the better fantasy running backs to have, plus solid trade value. And Jalen Hurts looks good. I don't think it gets worse beyond this point. You guys have a really good young offense and defense, and I think that it's gonna be looking good in the next couple years for Philly.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Can we do the Bills next? Because I want to talk about this team. They are S tier, no doubt about it. Arguably the best team in football at the moment.
I put them ahead of the Chargers.
Yeah,
and the Buccaneers, I think.
Here's the thing. Their defense has allowed 2 third-down conversions out of 22 attempts. 22 attempts. That is crazy. With this offense and that kind of defense, this team is winning the Super Bowl. No doubt about it.
All right. Let's stick to the order. All right, Steelers. It hurts to say. It really hurts to say.
B.
But they are back B or front C.
Here's
God,
the
this
issue.
hurts. Najee looks good. The receiving core looks good. It looks good. They have a young, improving O-line. But Benjamin Roethlisberger is just... Tomlin needs to come to the conclusion that he needs to make the decision, and he needs to sit Ben, and he needs to start either... I'm not saying below the season, but test out Haskins for the season, test out Dobbs for the season. You can give Rudolph like a game, and and figure out who's good, and maybe you can franchise them, not contract wise. But maybe they're all terrible. Keep like one of them for a backup. I wouldn't mind Haskins being a backup. That wouldn't be terrible. And then Rudolph, I think he's getting paid a little bit. Cut him. You can cut Dobbs as well. And then and then you draft a quarterback and you take the franchise up from there.
Yeah.
I don't think firing Tomlin is the move.
He's a great head coach.
He's not a bad head coach. I think he needs to be a little less unpredictable. Watching the game last night, a little less predictable. Watching the game last night, I was talking to my dad and I predicted 3 plays in a row. I predicted a draw to Najee Harris, a screen to Deontay Johnson, and a little button pass, 6-yard gain to Eric Ebron. 3 times I predicted those 3 plays in a row. And I think he needs to increase the playbook a little bit. I like the deep shot to Deontay in the first quarters of the games. But I do think he needs to get less predictable And a good young quarterback, I think, will be
I
a
100%
good
agree
start
with this.
to the franchise.
Here's the thing. We need to develop Johnson like we did with Antonio Brown.
Mm-hmm.
They're literally identical. In great hands. They both have great route running, similar speed. They're both 5'10", I believe. You can develop Johnson the same way, and I
Just
guarantee
get him a
you,
little bit of hands.
if we do the same thing we did with AB, mark my words, Johnson will be a top 5 receiver in 3 years.
I mean, he's not far as of right now. Have you seen his fantasy numbers?
Incredible.
They're insane. I mean, like, I thought he was gonna get a little bit more targets this week, but he still put up 18 points, and that's a good game.
All right, now
I mean, and that's all off receptions. That is no touchdowns. If he's getting 18 points off receptions each week, plus if he scores a touchdown or not, oh,
that's
my
consistent 30 points.
God, that is, yeah.
All right, now
And especially with
on to
Juju.
Denver. Now on to Denver. See. Bridgewater, your quarterback.
But they're up. Like, they're not backseat.
I know, but Bridgewater, their QB, says so much about that team. Like, you got Javonte Williams, who looks good. Sutton's
Sutton's a
Patrick's
good.
not gonna get it done though. They're not gonna get it done.
Yeah, but he's a good guy to throw it up to. You know.
They need Judy back.
Judy. I do think the Broncos will be good. There's a minor problem at that quarterback position, but there's a minor problem at that quarterback position because Teddy B is not horrifically bad. Like, you're not gonna win a Super Bowl with him at quarterback. I love Teddy Bridgewater, but come on. So, yeah. That's that. All right, Green Bay, yeah, S. Adams, Jones, Rodgers just doesn't get any better than that. Don't need much explanation.
Developing a line, MVS, who's okay, Lazard, who can they can make that. Carolina, this is interesting.
Alina.
You could go A or
I feel like if you can have McCaffrey for a full season, they're A. But they don't. And who's their what's their quarterback?
Darnold.
Oh my God, Darnold. Darnold doesn't look bad. Moore doesn't look bad. But they
don't target Anderson enough.
But I don't think they have the offensive line. So I think their front B not quite on the A tier, but definitely high hopes for Panthers fans in the future years.
Okay.
Cardinals. Don't say
okay.
They're S.
This
it's
team
not a question.
is so fun to watch. Kyler Murray is phenomenal. He's incredible. You got Chase Edmonds, who they don't give the ball to enough, but I think if they did, he would be a top, 15 running back maybe. They got Nuke Hopkins, who is so good. He gets a bunch of red zone targets, good chunky yards, like 7 targets a game. You got Christian Kirk, who's very exciting to watch. I love watching Christian Kirk. You got AJ Green, who is playing very well. He is getting open deep, and Green is just very good. Or he's doing very good this year. And I just think Arizona has definitely the best offense in the NFL.
I mean, any team coming out at the top in the NFC West is a Super Bowl contender, in my opinion.
Seattle. This is tough.
You think?
I'm gonna go.
I mean, Wilson's not there, so they're B. They're B. But
no B.
With Wilson, they're A, but they don't have Wilson, so they're B.
Agreed. I'm gonna put them. I don't know if they're any better than Pittsburgh, honestly. I don't know if they're any better than the Steelers offense.
Okay, but the Steelers are better than the Saints, in my opinion. On the offense side.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I think they're better than New York as well.
New England. This team.
Bang, B. I think it's B. I think it's B. Mac Jones looks good. The wide receiver core is a little iffy. They need to get that one guy. The guy can be old. Like, it can be someone coming out of contract. I mean, hell, unfortunately, I
But
don't
did you
think
see
the Steelers keep Juju, and I think that would be a great pickup for the
Wait,
Pats.
let me
over the
say something
offseason.
real quick. Did you see what Kendrick Bourne and Jacoby Myers were doing? Especially with Deontay Harris, who's not a bad running back. He is.
No, it's not Deontay. It's Damian.
Damian Harris. My bad. Well, still. I
Yeah,
mean,
he looks like a cheeky little back to have in the receiving game and the running game.
Yeah, well, guys, that is our offensive tier list. We will do a defensive one, but that is going to be the end of this video. I really hope you enjoy, and peace. Have a
Peace.
good night.
Yeah, you.